It's news you can use.
78% of jobs are filled before they're even advertised. So this means that if you find a job in the newspaper or online, there's a good chance it's already taken. Local News 8's Chelsea Brensel finds out what you need to be doing to make sure you not only get a second interview, but also get the job.
The first thing is to always look at, what do I want the rest of my life to look like?
Terry Hansen with Hansen Group says in order to make a career switch, you need to be specific.
Before you just run out and go give your resume to the next person on the street or the next company, you have to have some clarity as to where you're going in life and what you want to accomplish.
Once you find the job you want, you must figure out exactly what the company is looking for.
They really want out of a new hire, and then make sure you position yourself in exactly what that is. Make sure your resume looks like that. Make sure you dress and appear that way. Make sure you speak that way. And make sure that you're a perfect fit for whatever they're looking for.
But Hansen isn't the only one who agrees with tailoring your resume. Human Resource Manager of BBSI in Idaho Falls, Terry Hill, sees up to 800 resumes a week. The applicants range from factory workers to high-level corporate executives. The resumes that she takes a second look at must highlight what you can bring to the table for the employer.
When you're doing your resume, you need to think of it as your 30-second commercial about yourself. And what can that employer gain from looking at that in, 30 to 60 seconds?
If you can't catch an employer's eyes in less than a minute, Hill says you're not getting a call back. She also says there's many common mistakes that can get your resume into the no stack.
You've got to make sure that you're not just using a generic resume that you send all over. So that is one thing that I put into the no pile. If there's misspellings, if it's hard to read, if there's way too much information and it's a very small print, I don't have time to go through and read all of that.
But if you make the cut and do have the opportunity to interview, Hansen says you must be prepared. While you may think you're on the spot, he says it'll impress the employer by flipping the balance and actually interviewing the hiring manager yourself.
Ask them some good questions, such as the position that I'm applying for, is that a brand new position, or is it one that's being replacing somebody? And if it's replacing somebody, you ask questions like, what made them really effective? Or what did you really like about them? What did you not like about them so much?
He says asking these questions will give you an advantage over others.
I'm going to learn what Mr. Manager, Mr. Boss, really likes, what his kind of hot buttons are, and then I'm going to make sure when he's asking me questions, I'm going to make sure my answers fit what he really wants to hear.
Hansen says following these practices will get you one step closer to landing your dream job and overall happiness. In Idaho Falls, I'm Chelsea Brensel.
Hansen also says you can stay in the loop with your industry and to find a job opening by joining local networking groups.